Hello, everybody. Today I'm here with some Dr. Mario World news. This is my favorite part of covering the games Dr. Mario World and Disney Heroes Battle Mode because I get to do these news videos, which are honestly like my favorite parts. They really are. And we have some exciting stuff. We get the next two worlds, 3 new doctors, 2 new assistants, and then some additional information that isn't really spoilery because it was released in the update that came out with all of these data mines. But of course, here's the spoiler warning. If you don't want to know what's coming in Worlds 23 and World 23 and World 24, you're going to want to click off now. But if you're interested, if you want to see what the worlds are like, you want to see which doctors are coming up, stick around. There are some very interesting doctors this time. So, let's get into it. You've had your warning. The doctors are Dr. Iggy, Dr. P.D. Piranha, and Dr. Piranha Plant. And basically my predictions, I said all of these. There's kind of an exception with Dr. Piranha Plant, but I basically said I think Dr. P.D. Piranha is more likely because it's an actual character. But of course we got Piranha Plant in Smash, so really they could show up anywhere. And also they had them as a character in Mario Tennis Aces, so it's really kind of a character now, which is strange, but really it's not, none of them are that much of a surprise, although Dr. P.D. Piranha, I could definitely see them not adding them, you know? It's something that doesn't always happen. He's not in Mario Kart Tour yet, although I would kind of expect him to be at some point. But Dr. Iggy was the final Koopaling we had to get. He's my favorite, so I'm really happy that he's coming. And I really like P.D. Piranha, just design-wise. I think he's a cool character. I don't know, he's from Sunshine, and he's unique for sure. You know, an actual named character. We're not getting like a costume, or we're not getting a common enemy like the Piranha Plant. Although I can see the appeal of the Piranha Plant as well. I don't know, I think he's kind of cute in some way. And he really does look a lot like he does in Smash, except for the tube is a lot more prominent. And I kind of don't like the sticker that's just slapped on the tube. Or I guess the pipe, I should say. I don't know, it just looks a little weird, but I guess they thought that it felt empty or it needed some kind of connection to the Doctor aesthetic, other than the kind of like scarf he has around his neck. I don't know. I've said too much about the characters. I think I'm kind of going on a bit too much. I really like all 3 of them a lot. I'm excited to see them. Let's go to the assistants. The first one is the Bone Goomba, and the second one is the Conch. I think the Bone Goomba was like data mined a long time ago, and maybe it was either pushed back or it wasn't actually data mined, it was just a prediction or something. I swear I saw the Bone Goomba a long time ago. But they're both pretty normal. Conch, I think, is a newer enemy. I don't remember which game he came out in, but he's a more interesting one, I think. So let's look at the skills of all these characters. First up is Dr. Iggy. He immediately eliminates floating viruses. So where some characters say they eliminate special viruses, or some characters do just viruses in general. Iggy is only floaty viruses. So if you're having a problem with that, or they're only floating viruses on your stage, then you're going to want to bring him in. I'm guessing the incentive will be either that his skill charger is quicker than someone like Dr. 8-Bit Mario's, or he will eliminate more at a time. And that's how they would go about having him only get rid of the floating ones instead of all special ones in general. So that's a unique skill, so that's good. Dr. P.D. Piranha eliminates objects in lowest position of each column, claiming objects that require multiple matches. So that's kind of like Dr. Fire Mario, or is it... Yeah, I think that's Dr. Fire Mario, right? Or does he do the highest position? So maybe he's the opposite of that? I don't know, that's interesting. If it is exactly like Fire Mario, then it's a little disappointing. If it's the opposite, then it's a new take, I guess. And then Dr. Piranha Plant simply eliminates objects at random. So is that like the Toad one, where he hits random spots? Or is it a certain amount of objects at random, and they're for sure going to hit objects, but everything else is meaningless? Or like it won't do the empty spaces, so it's not completely random like Toad. Because if that is the case, then he'd be really useful, I think. Objects at random, wouldn't that be, like if you only had a few things left on stage, he would clear them no matter what? Like if you only needed coins left, he would clear those for you? Is that something he could do? Because that would be really helpful. I could see that coming in handy a lot. Then the Bone Goomba grants a % chance of rotating cannons will appear on stage start. Have we had rotating cannons before? Is that a new thing? Huh. Conch also does the same thing. I'd have to imagine rotating cannons is new because I know we have like regular cannons. If we get rotating cannons, I guess we'll see how that works. I have no idea what rotating cannons will be like, so I guess we'll have to wait on that. So now we're going to go into the worlds. The first one has this Bowser statue. Seems like it'd probably be like a Bowser's Castle theme. I know we've had like the lava theme for like a World 8 in a normal Mario game, but this one's actually inside of his castle. We haven't had that, right? I feel like a section of World 8 was inside his castle or something. I don't know, it reminds me of a Mario Kart game where you race around inside the castle. That's kind of what it reminds me of. They have those statues all over the place. So that would be cool to see. The second world is the desert theme from New Super Mario Bros. U. And it has like those Easter Island heads. I don't remember what they call them in game. I literally just got the Switch version and was playing it the other day. But I don't remember what they're called. But it's definitely that world. Because those Easter Island head characters are only in the U version. They weren't in the Wii version or anything. So that's an interesting take. We've gotten the one like... the one with the squirrels, like the main forest area as a world already, like for Halloween or for Thanksgiving or whatever. So maybe they're going through those worlds and adding some of the ones in, because there were some unique ones, although they were just basically desert and forest. They are technically unique to the Wii U version. So that's interesting. I'm sure we'll see a lot of those Easter Island heads on stage. But let's move on to what's going to be happening in World 23. I think this one is pretty solid and set in stone. It will be Bowser, Iggy, or the Bowser's Castle, Dr. Iggy as the doctor, and Bone Goomba as the assistant. Now, it's definitely going to be the Bowser Castle and the Bone Goomba, but Iggy is a maybe. I think it's very likely because of the Bowser theme. He is a Koopaling after all. So that makes the most sense, other than having the other Piranha plants that are just enemies that have never showed up in kind of that theme. Although, to be fair, if we go to... or I'll just say that's my predictions. I believe that's going to happen. We move on to World 24. We have the desert area with the Piranha plant and the Conch as the assistant. And this one is an iffy one on the doctor. Again, we know the world is going to be the desert one, and we know that Conch is going to go with it. Obviously, Conch is not going to be going into the Bowser's Castle, and Conch actually shows up in the desert areas. So that's a definite. But there is some confusion with Petey Piranha and Piranha Plant, and I will get into Petey Piranha a little bit more, but I think that Piranha Plant is a little more likely to be the main doctor, just because if they want to do something special with Petey Piranha, you know, he would be the doctor that you'd want to do something special with. Piranha Plant maybe wouldn't give as much of an incentive. He's not as interesting as a character, at least in my opinion. And there's no way of knowing that really, I guess, until we get there, or unless one of them is a release at the same time as Iggy. But I kind of doubt that. They seem like they'll be released sometime around in the same area when the World 24 comes out. I'm assuming they'll both be in it at some point. And who knows? Maybe they'll just do both of them. Maybe we'll get an update with 2 doctors again. It's been a very long time. But maybe World 24 has 2 doctors, and we'll be seeing that once again, or maybe this is just a one-time thing. Who knows? Or let's just talk about Petey Piranha specifically and say that he was shown a little bit early, and alternatively it could be Dr. Piranha Plant was shown a little bit early, and they're actually the Doctor coming with World 25. And that's definitely a possibility as well. I think it's a little less likely, because I don't think that's ever happened before. And also we got King Boo as kind of a premium Doctor last Datamined. You know, he came in the Halloween updates with regular Boo, but he was in the special stage, right? Maybe they'll do something like that with PD Piranha, and maybe they want to do that a little bit more often, where they release someone in the special stage. Or maybe he'll be exclusively a paid-for character, like you pay 100 diamonds for him, you pay real-life money, like 20 bucks for him. I could see this possibility as well. I also thought that the new tier for the versus mode, maybe he's a reward or something for that. I highly doubt that, and I think we would have heard about it by now if that was the case. But who knows, maybe that's a possibility as well. If that is the possibility, you know, by the time this video comes out, we probably already found out. But that's everything I have to say. I think this is a really good showing of what's going to be coming up. There's a lot of stuff to look forward to. I really like the choice of the Bowser's Castle world. The desert world is a little bland in my opinion. I feel like there are better areas that we could get. I'm not going to say what we could get because, you know, I'm just going out the top of my head here. I don't have anything written down. I don't have anything planned. But I know there's better areas in Mario that we could get instead of another desert area. But the Doctors are really cool. Again, I really like Dr. Iggy. And Dr. PD Piranha is an interesting one that I wasn't entirely sure was going to happen, so I'm happy that it did. And I'm happy that in my predictions I actually said them. So I got them right. And they're even in the thumbnail as well. If you don't believe me, it's a very easy way to check. But I've said plenty. This video is long enough. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you very soon with that skill summit and when these worlds come out. So, goodbye.